Welcome to another episode of Fantastic Interviews. You get to look at this gorgeous piece of art while we're talking because the gentleman I'm going to interview, he'll go by the name of Ace, but he needs his identity protected because he was and I guess you always are, a Marine, but he served in Iraq, and we were talking about the dinar, and then we got to talking about, killing people. And he has 154 confirmed kills. How many unconfirmed?
You really didn't keep track of all those. I just know what the military said I did.
So that's a lot of people to take out. And I guess you have a little bit of PTSD.
A little bit.
A little bit. You said the other day that you have sometimes nightmares.
Yeah, nightmares, cold sweat.
And they're wartime recurrences.
Yes.
Of what happened. Well, I hope you get through them. I think... I would think that if you could be hypnotized, and people can be, to where it didn't happen, then I think that would help.
And the funny thing is, I've already went through hypnotism.
Oh, you did?
It helped a little bit, but it's still too deep in my subconscious for the hypnotism to take full effect.
And you have to want to let go of it too. Is another thing. So we're going to talk first about the dinar situation. I bought a bunch of them, actually a couple of years ago when it was getting to be a craze. And you were telling me that 25,000 dinar is the lowest denominated currency. Yes. And that probably buys you half a loaf of bread.
Right. Iraqi Dinar. Yes.
Iraqi Dinar. Right. And what are your feelings about, you were there when it was happening. So tell us about when you went into the country and overnight something happened. Tell me about that.
Well, I was there when Saddam was in power, right? We got there, I got there about 3 months before we took him out. I was one of the first Marines on ground setting up operations. Because that's what I did. I was a recon sniper, right? I set up operations, made sure everything went smooth. And also, I was the last one out because I was the one pulling everybody else's ass out when nothing would go right? So, but I was there setting up operations, and I seen a country that was like predominant with wealth, right? Everybody was walking around, and it was like, I say this as, facetious, but it's true that everybody was walking around with gold falling out their hats, it's just everywhere that they just,
it's the fifth wealthiest country in the world.
Yeah, now it is.
Wow.
So we, and then we go in there and invade them, and it's like the day after Saddam was captured, the country was poor. It went from looking like Cabo San Lucas to Tijuana overnight.
So how did that occur? What was the mechanism that made that happen?
Nobody really knows besides
the generals, they basically took the country over, or what?
What mainly happened was the U.S. enforced a currency on the country that the country did not want. Okay, and I'm saying that because our currency was worth less than theirs. So why would I give up less thinking I'm going to get more? That just don't make sense in any math equation. And technically, I think that's what happened is the country, we came in and gave them less than what they're used to having.
Right.
So they couldn't pay for anything. And it went down from there, throughout the years, and the last 20 years or, a little over, it's been going down and down and down, and it's just farther and farther, and now the country's to a point in their recession, because they're truly in a recession, unlike, people say that America's in a recession, like these other countries, that's a true recession, right? They're so far in their recession now, they might not know how to climb out of it.
Okay, so let's say you have 10 billion dinar, whatever the number is.
Yeah.
And they reevaluate the currency. How does that work?
So it can work on many angles, right? There's many theories on how they'll revalue it, right? Because, and I got to remind you that Iraq ain't the only country in the world that's ever revalued their currency.
Of course.
Multiple countries. Mexico has done it. Argentina has done it. Numerous countries have revalued their currency in the same structure that Iraq is working on it now, right? So what happens is they come back to the table, and what they're doing is trying to collect as much money in Iraq as they can. So Iraqi citizens don't have the dinar on hand, right? Because that's going to be a severe power struggle when that happens, right? So they collect as much dinar as they can by giving away U.S. dollars. you're trading, and they're offering street value over there for you is like half of what you can get anywhere else, right? So you're getting like $3. Anywhere else you'll get $1, right? They're just giving it back to pull the currency off the streets because they have to. And once they get so much off the streets, what will happen is that they'll take World Bank will come in and take statistics of their country again and see where their dollar is valued. And you see where the IQD, the Iraqi Dinar, is revalued, and that's where they come up with, like, before we took it was $3.54, right? $3.54 to make one dinar.
Okay.
That's where it was before.
Right.
Now it's at 11.86 to 1. So 11.86 dinar to $1. It's flipped that much.
Right.
So when the World Bank will come in, because they're the ones that's actually overseeing the revalue. If you read the news, you'll see World Bank was in Iraq once again. World Bank did this in Iraq. World Bank found investors for Iraq. World Bank's doing a lot over there, right? Because they're building, to my belief, they're building towards the revalue. They're building the structure to give Iraq back. You know, and so they'll value their currency. And a lot of people say, because of the movement that's going on in the world right now, and everybody coming into terms of one world currency, and I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not going to agree with that. You know, it's too mixed in the middle. Is that it'll go to 1-to-1. Yeah, it'll go and 1-to-1 will be fine for the people over there. That's what they're used to.
But you gambled, and as I did, as a few other people I know, but buying dinar. I don't remember how much I bought, but I got a lot for the dollar. And then when you cash in, you're getting more, I guess. Well, I mean,
I cashed in it. I've ended up spending, over the time I've been invested, I've got about $26,000 invested into it.
26 grand.
26 grand.
And what should that turn into when they revalue?
If it turns 1-to-1.
So you get 52. You doubled your money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Actually, no, it would be over. It would be over. And I mean, I could do the math real quick if I had my, here we go, I'll do the math, because what it looks at is, let me get my calendar up, because it would be 1873 to 1, so I'll be 1873 times 26,000.
Oh, really? So it's a lot more than double.
Yes, so I could give you
That's
that
why they were saying you would make so
exact
much more money, you know. I remember you saying you could make a fortune if you buy just a little bit.
Yeah, I would like, me and my grandchildren wouldn't have to worry about working.
Right.
You know, there'd be that much in the estate, you know.
Right.
Is it going to happen in my lifetime? Probably not.
Oh, okay.
You know, I came to terms with that. You
Right,
know
right,
what I mean?
right.
But I'm not selling it because, you know, my family's going to be around.
Right, exactly.
You know.
Pass it on.
And I bought it.
It doesn't go bad.
I bought it when I could afford it. So I'm not going to sell it.
Cool. Well, that's thanks for your time on that one. We're going to have a couple other conversations on a couple different topics. So let's just keep this one to the Iraqi Dinar reevaluation. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Tune in for more fantastic interviews. Every interview, you should learn something about your mind, the body, the planet, or the economy sometimes. But nothing, I never talk religion or politics. Everybody have a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in.